Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. How are you doing today? I'm having a weird... I'm not sure if it's an issue or not. For some reason, I can hear my capture card despite not having the audio for it open in OBS. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what I did clearly by accident. I can hear it for some reason. I don't know why. I'm not supposed to be able to. Even when I close OBS, I can hear it, so I'm not sure what's up with that. So hopefully the audio will be fine for you guys today. I might just be getting blasted a little bit. I'm not sure. It's a bit odd, actually. Just did a Deltarune stream. Ooh! Were you still in chapter 1, or did you move on to chapter 2? I love chapter 2. Also, Cello's being very noisy right now. I don't know what's up with that. He's very, very noisy. Even if I'm quiet, he's just... let him take over, I guess. Oh, now you're quiet. Yeah, of course. Silly buddy. Just started to? Hell yeah. Queen is so funny. I love Queen. I'm a little sad she gets overshadowed by all the other bosses. Cause she's just so entertaining. But yeah, today we're gonna be playing some more of the Great Ace Attorney. Again, don't know what's going on with audio. For me. I don't think you guys can hear it. I think it's fine for you guys. Dev, I remember when it came to you. Yes, Dev, I do remember. It's not exactly a difficult nickname. You don't have to ask me every stream if I remember it. I promise you I do. Hey Shepherd, hi Lemon! She has a name. All of that. Yes. Hello, hello, hello. I don't know how much I have to talk about, like, and just chatting. Hi Somni! Hello! Hello, 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 hello. How are you today? I was just kind of talking about how for some reason I can hear the music from the game through my capture card, despite not having an audio capture for it here. So I don't know what's up with that. It's not necessarily a bad thing, I'm just getting kind of blasted in the eardrums a little bit. I think it's a lot louder for me than it is for you guys. And I can't really adjust it too much. Oh well. Hi, hello, hello. How are you? I'm alright. I'm kind of tired. I'm usually tired, but I was up with I was in call with Cyber on his stream last night for quite a while. for quite a while. Am I a regular viewer? Yeah, your voice is a bit more soft. That's probably because I'm talking quite soft. Gasp, is that a bird? Yes, it is. I have a very loud budgie who's apparently very excited right now. I don't know. He's very chatty. He likes yapping a lot. What are you? I'm the Shepherd of Fates. And also the goat. Kind of. Kind of. Only kind of. Something like that. But yeah, no, I'm just... I think it's just because I'm tired of talking a bit softer. Do people hate on my voice and all? I don't know, man. I don't know. Shows are perfect. I don't have one on hand. I don't think, anyway. Hashtag always the birds. Noisy, noisy birds.
Shepherd needs to sleep.
I did sleep. I've been sleeping today. I worked on some other stuff as well. I mostly did like homework last night, actually, while I was in call with Cyber, because Cyber was doing art on his stream, so I was like, okay, I guess I'll do some commission stuff that I neglected to do today. I really need to get to like some con related stuff. And more so like the actual labor of putting some things together for this weekend. I'm also kind of in the mindset for it though, where I'm like, don't get me wrong, I love this con that I have, like, it's my vibes con, the one I have this Saturday. But I'm also so tired. I'm so tired. And I just don't want to restock stuff. I know someone is here. He's always very excited when you stream. He is. Am I? Eepy. But also excited for some stuff. Who's your fave? The amazing digital circus character? Oh, it depends. It depends. Favorites character-wise are probably Jax and Kinger, like in terms of their character writing. My favorites to draw are Pomni and Ragatha. The stream starts, so I would like to request a crab. Jeez, we've technically it's already started. We're just yapping for a bit. Just cause, but I don't have too much to yap about. I need to set up some stuff. Heal the mod crab. Sorry, I'm just trying to clear my throat out. I like Pomni. Pomni's cool. I mostly like drawing Pomni. Okay, I don't want crap. No. I don't have it on the screen. No. Anyway, yes, we are going to be continuing with the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles today. If I zoom over here, hopefully I've not messed anything up. Hopefully the audio is okay for you guys. Cracky. Hopefully everything is okay. Is it too loud? Too quiet? I don't know. Cracky. Love my new OC because she's either really tough and scary sometimes, if she is a 5-year-old on Christmas Eve. Perfect. The perfect energy, really. Sounds good to you? Okay. It's just really loud for me, specifically. I had to turn down like the audio in my headphones actually. I don't know what it's doing. I think I'm just getting the raw audio for some reason. I'm like, what? That's not supposed to happen. That's not meant to happen. Oh, I probably should have also moved the chat box. That's probably something I should have done. Maybe shimmy that over there. Just a bit out the way. I think that'll do. Cracky one's cracky. Or here, we could do here, actually. For horizontal. Anyway. Let me adjust my tracking real quick. So I'm not turned to the left all day. Okay. Right. So, where we left off, we were in the adventure of the runaway room. We have things to find out. There was a reveal on, there's an urchin in there. There's an urchin. Campus crab. Dev. Don't be demanding. Is this your first time playing this game or, not this case. I haven't played through the entire game before, but I've played most of the first one. 18th of February, 12:52 p.m. The Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. What on earth just happened in there? Miss Naruhodo, I've managed to find out what happened. Miss Susato. I was told it was an advanced form of smoke grenade. A type of exploding device that releases smoke. A smoke grenade? It sounds like the sort of thing ninjas use. You're just making sure everything is safe now. I think the trial will start again before long. But who would have done something like that? The police managed to catch someone who was trying to flee the courtroom, apparently. Flee the courtroom? Why? Well, it's a young girl of around 15, I hear. A young girl? Then could it be the other passenger that Mr. McGilda was just talking about? My thoughts exactly. So he wasn't lying. She jump scared the shit out of you. Objection. No, there's nothing to object to just yet. Oh, what's become of Mr. McGilda, actually? There's so many things I need to ask him about, but he's not here. I think he was summoned to the prosecutor's antechamber to answer questions. Along with the young girl. Who is she, I wonder? And what was she even doing here at the trial? She's taking a huge risk, and for what possible benefit to herself? There's another matter that's troubling me. Futaro, neither of those are names involved in this. Ooh, what's that? The 20 pence. Hmm? Oh, It's me, the hydration knight, here for the hydration check. And Wilson also redeemed Sip, so... I guess I take 2 sips. Hello. This is after. There you go. Hi, Lily. Welcome in. How you doing? Hope you have fun today. According to the coachman, Mr. Beppo, he took 4 passengers that night at a fare of 5 pence each. That comes to a total of 20 pence exactly. But now it seems there were in fact 5 passengers. Which means the figures don't seem to add up again. She's right. That is strange. Maybe some wah-wah? Wah-wah? Counsel for the defense, kindly proceed into the courtroom. The trial will recommence in 5 minutes. Oh, thank you, officer. We'll go in straight away. I could go talk with you. Well, that's Twitch chat's job. Well, whoever she is, I imagine this young girl will be asked to take the stand and testify now. I really can't imagine what she's going to say, but it could alter the whole direction of the trial. The movement looks so good, hey? What, the game movement or my movement? We'll know soon enough, Mr. Zato. Yes! Oh boy, oh boy. 18th of February, 1 p.m. The Old Bailey courtroom. Dev, don't spam crab. Ready to have dance when I was napping? That's alright. I'm okay. I was kind of also napping. It's the young girl next to Mr. McGilda, look. She must be the one who caused the disturbance before. Oh, new character, yes. Well, after that rather eventful recess, the court will now resume the trial of Mr. Magnus McGilded. Now then, Lord Van Zeeks. My lord. I believe you have established the cause of the smoke, which failed proceedings earlier? It seems to have been an advanced form of smoke grenade, of the sort typically employed by the army. Good gracious, the army! What in the devil's name? It was an elaborate attempt by a young girl to cloak her escape from the public gallery. But she was caught. He looks at Pasha from Spy X Family. Similar inspiration points, I think. Enjoyed M&Ds? Good. Glad you had fun. And now, occupies the stand. The mayor thing. Oh, him, yeah. It's not a mayor, that's a judge. In this pasta thing my sister made. Pasta thing. Your name, girl. Are you responsible for the smoke grenade, which induced such pandemonium here in my courtroom? Super good? Ooh. That's good. We're kind of past the thing, though. What is the meaning of this deplorable behavior? Ahem! If I may, my lord. Yes, Mr. McGilded. I think perhaps I ought to explain here why it is that this wee lass was here in the first place and why she tried to bolt like that. Oh, she's got protagonist speech. It is all tied up with the events of that night, so it is. Very well, Mr. McGilded. Give your testimony. You will explain to the court exactly how this young woman is involved in the case. Just what did happen that night? It's not like a defense lawyer needs the information or anything. No, that's not important at all when we're trying to defend our client, is it? Young girl. On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off. Then, begorra, a lad thud and a wee scream woke me up with a fair start. There was a fellow that collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I sat him up on the seat across from me. Then I turned to find out where that scream had come from, and bless my soul, what did I find? There was a child in there, all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away. My client has lots of things he don't feel like talking about. He does indeed. PV me watching class drama, the stuff we used to play as kids with our imagination. I remain somewhat baffled, I confess. But from what I gather on the night in question, this young girl was indeed riding in the omnibus. Is that correct? It is exactly as the defense counsel said. This lass was a fifth passenger, my lord. Very well. The defense may now cross-examine the witnesses. Are you ready, counsel? Yes, my lord. Or rather, no. I have no idea where to start. I love when he makes that face so much. It's so stupid. Just like a mile away. No thoughts, head empty. Exactly. He doesn't know what to think. On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off. Actually, I should probably press everything. Always press everything. And when you first got onto the omnibus, were there any other passengers already on board? There were not. The cabin was empty and there was no one on the roof deck either. Hey, what's up, G? I'm alright. Looks like the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. He kinda does look very Alice in Wonderland-y. You were the first passenger, as it were. I see. Aye, and that's why I took the backside as I did. It's the most comfortable, so it is. God, that Doug Thibodeau. Should be surprised by your accent from McGilda is very strong. Is it? I don't think it's as good as it could be. It's just I probably hear more than the average American would hear in Irish accents. Could you explain exactly what you mean by the back seat? By all means. This is how you already described it earlier. I'm talking about the seat tops of the one in which the poor gentleman was stabbed was sitting. Like I said, it's the most comfortable and where I feel most at ease. And of course, I enjoy gazing through the skylight from time to time as well. Then, begorra, a loud thud and a wee scream woke me up with a fair start. Hold it! A loud thud, you say? And a scream? Aye, that's right. How can I explain it? It was like the sound of someone falling to the ground. That sort of noise. So you think it was the sound of Mr. Mason falling to the floor having been stabbed? Well, no. You'll remember I was asleep at the time, so I wouldn't like to say. And when the sound woke me and I opened my eyes, there wasn't a soul to be seen in the carriage but the fellow on the floor. You didn't see anyone. But at the same moment, you did hear a scream. Ah, from the seats above you on the roof deck, I presume. Not above me, no, my lord. Was from inside the cabin. But I wasn't altogether thinking about the scream. No, I was too stunned by the desperate sight before me eyes. There was a fella collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I sat him up on the seat across from me. What's that? I bring out their Scottish voice. He's actually Irish, not Scottish. You set him up. The victim, you mean? And that is not a Scottish accent that I'm doing. That I did. On the seat across from me, as I said. I could plainly see the poor devil was already gone. And you wouldn't leave a dead man just lying on the floor now, would you? 'Tis common courtesy, so it is. I find that a little hard to believe. Why is this so fucking long? What, you mean the game? Remember one time I put Pepsi in a Coke can and Coke in a Pepsi can? Damn. Ah, Lord Van Zeeks, now why would that be? You wait to find a man lying dead at your feet in a carriage. Any normal person would hail the cabman. Any upstanding member of London society, that is. Well now, as you know, I'm in something of a special line of business. The business of lending money at exorbitant rates of interest. Unfortunately, my lord, not everyone is thankful for the help I offer them, and some would even see me dead. So I do try, where at all possible, to avoid getting myself in a tangle with trouble. Special line of business, by that he means crimes. Well, I think the problem with loan sharks is they're very difficult to bust because, like, loaning someone money with interest is technically legal. The problem is that like the stuff that comes after when it comes to loan sharks, you know? Are you suggesting you were just going to leave the man there? Heavens alive, no. I was always intending to report it, so I was. Only, I had a mind to find out the whys and wherefores first. The whys and wherefores? Right you are. There were some details I wanted to understand before anyone else got to meddling. That wee scream I heard, for example. Wouldn't your good self do just the same? Yes, the scream he says he heard at the same time as the thud of the victim collapsing. Character that just showed looks like a character DVD. What, Van Zeeks? Then I turned to find out where the scream had come from. And bless my soul, what did I find? What did you find? I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm sure you told the court that there was no one else in the carriage except yourself and the victim. So I did, sir, so I did. As far as I could see, that is. What do you mean by that? Well now, 'tis a queer thing. The wee scream I heard as I woke up. It came from, if you'll excuse the vulgar expression, under me backside. Good gracious! Under your backside? And when I lifted the seat on which I'd been sitting, I found there was a wee cubbyhole there for storage. Mr. Naruto. Mr. Naruto, we can examine all of us ourselves, remember? Yes, of course. The whole bus was submitted as evidence. This would be a very good time to have a thorough look around inside. And that's when I found her. Shows a cat breaks neck, if you know the reference, then you know. We already went through that one. That wasn't even what happened. He got shoved. Okay, because it's telling us, we probably should re-examine, because there can sometimes be stuff that pops up only after certain points. So will it give us anything new when we examine under here? Okay, that's not what I meant. I meant that. Because he has a handle, so it seems. There is, in fact, a cubby hole. This is a storage compartment, but there's nothing in here. And it's totally empty. Actually, it's a terrible thing. It is. New TGAA streamer, I guess, yeah. I mean, it's the 5th week I've been doing it, but... Something doesn't seem right here, but I can't put my finger on what it is. Okay, nothing new there. Anyway. There's a child in there all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away. Hold it! You say she was hiding herself? Time to- it's okay. Aye, that's right. It was hard to see in the dim lamplight, but she was all curled up in a wee ball. When our eyes met, well... me heart nearly stopped beating in me chest. You're really overacting this. Still in all, I pulled her out from under there and sat her on the seat opposite so I could have a wee chinwag with her. TGAA. The Great Ace Attorney, that's the game we're playing. The seat opposite. That's right. Just next to that gentleman there. Yeah, that's not dramatic. You sat this young girl next to a corpse, sir. Well, as I'm sure I mentioned, a gentleman in my position can all too often find himself in mortal danger. So, I needed to find out just who this urchin was, you see. And while I was in the middle of talking with her, I heard another scream. A fellow's voice this time. Presumably that scream was Mr. First, who was sitting on the roof deck seats. Hi! Hello, hello! How are you doing today, Autobots? The judge looks like Santa. He does look like Santa. Right to her again, I would say, sir. Looking down through the skylight, he must have seen this young girl and the gentleman with the knife in his belly. In other words, the previous witnesses did not in fact see what all Mr. McGill did. What they believed to be yourself and the victim was in fact this girl, and the late Mr. Mason? And you? I'm doing alright. A little less productive than I would have maybe liked to be today, but oh well. I got some stuff done. Aye, my lord. Actually, I forgot to mention something important. The Burnley Delta Room came into my stream. Joy. Ah, perfect. The only mischievous little urchin here is you, Nebby. What? I'm not an urchin. Mischievous, maybe. I also wouldn't say I'm little, but... I was, as I think everyone understands now, sat on the back of the carriage out of sight. It is certainly plausible. The defendant is somewhat diminutive in stature. You do the girl's voice, you sound like Malmo. What girl's voice? Oh, Susanta's, you mean? And readily confused, perhaps, with this young girl. After that, of course, with the scream from the gentleman over us, the driver realized something was wrong and pulled up the horses. Thank you, I've heard enough. The events as explained are clear in my mind. However, at least one conundrum remains. He does look like Santa. He does look like Santa. He looks an awful lot like Santa. Who is the girl? Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. She is a chancer, runs across among large crowds, relieving people of their purses. Was commonly called a pickpocket. What? This girl here? A petty thief? Are you enjoying the game so far? I'm enjoying it. I have played this game up to the end of chapter 4, I think. So this is not unfamiliar to me. I have done this case before, I just haven't finished the game, which is why I'm streaming it from the start. Is this true, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade, you will answer the question. Ah! How dare you? What is the meaning of this? She's trying it again. Ah, let go. She's gone. Open your eyes. I'm over here. Good gracious, how? I see, in my opinion, it gets good from 1 to 5 onwards, so I can't wait for you to get there. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited to actually get further. Assaulting the judge is generally considered contempt of court. What was the point of that little sidestep? I know what you lot are thinking. Grown-ups are all the same. This jolly little dipper, you'll say, slipped up and got caught on the job. She got herself backed into a corner, so she knights a gent. Go on! That's what's in your heads, ain't it? No, not at all. This is a court of law. We're here to determine the truth, not cast... So colorful. This case is one of my favorites too. It is a good case. Look, knives are for cowards. Only thugs use weapons like that. All I need for what I do is these fingers. I'm a professional, alright? Maybe not in your eyes, but I got pride in what I do. Let me guess, you don't cast smoke guns among weapons for thugs? Oh, this? Yeah, this was in a bag I lifted the other day. Not where they keep the four-wheel drags. It's nice, isn't it? I like the pink best. Ah, do not wave that thing in my direction again. Whose side is she on? Yes. Gina is on Gina's side, I think. Nice to be able to do that coin trick. I need to get back into practice. So, you admit that you were riding the omnibus on the night in question. It's alright, lass. You can tell him the truth now. Such a good accent, Abby. Is it? Thank you. God forbid a girl bring a smoke gun to court, Renosuke. God forbid! She doesn't trust that man. I don't- well, she is an urchin. Alright, yeah. It's just like the Irishman said. The court accepts this girl, Miss Gina Lestrade, as a valid and significant witness in this case. Accordingly, young lady, we will now hear your testimony, if you please. You will tell the court exactly what happened in the omnibus on the night in question. Alright, if I have to. It might take me a bit to nail Gino's voice, though. What the girl saw. So I snuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses, just like always. But it was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. I'll tell you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitched in there. Oh, please, Your Honor. Then, after a while, I heard this loud bang. Nearly jumped out my skin, I did, and the scream just came out. It's because of that this swell found me. It had helped me get away, mind. Yes, he let you go. I fail to understand why you would let the street urchin go, Mr. McGilded. Oh, 'tis simplicity itself, my lord. You see, she couldn't possibly have killed the other passenger. I knew that for a fact. How? As I'm sure I said before, sir. Well, if she was underneath his seat. I was sitting right on top of the place where she was hiding herself. I think a demonstration is called for. Oh, that was scalding hot. Oh god. Ow. Ugh. Your iPad died. Sobs. Oof. I feel like the voice you go there. I gave her a slightly higher Howard Henry voice during my playthrough. Oh god. I don't know if I could do a Howard Henry voice. This is where I was sat that night. And the cubbyhole of which you have spoken is underneath the seat, I presume. Howard Henry. Yeah, Howard Henry. You know, the hit English TV show for kids. Yes, it does appear just large enough to accommodate someone of the girl's stature. Aye, but of course, the wee lass was stuck in there. Because I parked myself on the seat for the duration. Ah! So you see, that's why I let the lass bolt. I know that if the police found her there, they'd automatically assume she'd done it. I couldn't live with myself a young life was ruined when all the time I knew she was innocent. We only have hardcore Henry. Even though you must have realized your action would result in your own innocence being called into question. Not at all, my lord, not at all. I know in my own heart that I was innocent. So I thought it was worth taking a punt on my own good name for the sake of this less fortunate lass. My goodness. What a perfect gentleman. My lord, this fine example of a man cannot possibly be guilty of a heinous crime like this. I forget not everyone grew up on British cartoons. Yeah. Innocent usually. Of course. Of this crime. I'm ashamed of myself for ever doubting you, sir. Oh. With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. Yes, calm, calculated reasoning is you have not heard the entire case yet. We just know it comes off flushed by a bald man. Stays alive! All 6 members of the jury consensual in their leaning to a verdict of not guilty. And these jurors are so naive, like advantageously naive, but still. Maybe has gone to international breach containment. Mr. Naruhodo, this... well, it must mean... It must mean what? That we're victorious! Hold on. 2 can play the game, I think. We've won? Are you sure?
Objection!
I've been waiting for that all case! I've been waiting for that! If the sight of my iron-heeled Wellington offends, pray do forgive the discourtesy. I've been waiting for this entire game. This really is a consummate example of the one monumental flaw in British judicial practices. Hi, how are you? I'm kinda new to YouTube. I'm alright, how are you? Welcome in. I don't mind you, roar! Ah! Where evidence and reasoning should be paramount, emotion rules the day. I actually agree. I actually agree. They're very emotional. Emotion. The witness's latest statement gives us a clear insight into his true nature. What do you mean, his true nature? Do you really think Scotland Yard would have made such a glaring omission? After the incident, the omnibus was comprehensively searched by officers of the police. Obviously, the interior of this cubbyhole, as the witness put it, was included in their investigation. The compartment under the posterior seat was full of the coachman's belongings. It's noted in black and white here in the police report. You see, YouTube immediately finds VTuber is based. True. Good lord. The evidence has been tampered with. In order to corroborate Mr. Matilda's story, someone has unlawfully removed everything from under the seat. What? You've actually never watched a VTuber before this? Well, welcome in. Victim number 1, guilty. Victim number 2, guilty. Order! How could such a devious contrivance possibly be effected, counsel? Naturally, we must acknowledge the deficiencies in the constabulary in allowing this to have happened. However, I assure you, when the omnibus was wheeled into the courtroom this morning, the compartment under the seat was not empty. Oh yeah, no, before the break when we checked, there was actually stuff in there. I was I was so confused. I was like, wasn't there stuff in there? Yes, there was. There was indeed. Well, my Nipponese friend. Me? Never watched a stream for the last week in Nabby stream. Double based. Got your Studio Series 86 wheeljack in today. Ooh. I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming it's something you very much have been looking forward to. I love this detail about the trial. It did have me for a moment when I rechecked it. Like 10 minutes ago, I was like, huh? Bro, autocorrect knew what I was typing, even though I've never typed that one. But it was like, I didn't know if I was imagining it, because it has been like 3 years since I played any of this game. I was like, and it's been a week since I last did this case. So I was like, am I imagining it? Wasn't there something in here? The carriage was submitted as evidence. Doubtless you examined it in fine detail, as would any self-respecting practitioner of the law. Are those your birds chirping? Birds singular. It's just the one. Pray, what did you find the condition of the underseat compartment to be? Well, to be sure, the young gentleman will be able to clear this up in a jiffy. It's been 3 years since you were on trial for this exact case. I played through mostly blind, thought I was going crazy too. Sorry? Go ahead. You tell the court now, fella. All this is all an elaborate excuse by a desperate Lord Van Zeeks. Well, counsel, do you have something to say on this matter? How am I supposed to answer? What can I say about the state of that little compartment under the seat in the omnibus? It wasn't empty. Don't put this on me! I really don't know if giving this answer is helping my cause as counsel for the defense. As far as I remember, at least. When I first examined the compartment, I'm fairly certain there were a number of articles inside it. Yes. Are you sure, counsel? Be whist. What are you saying now, you daft doll? I thought you were on my side here. I'm not gonna fucking do a perjury. I don't know. Hello? Hello, hello? What game are you playing? Your task is to defend the man on the stand. Why would you say something to compromise his position? Because it's honest? It's not perjury? Okay, we're playing the Great Ace Attorney. Last I checked, the name on the box. As the advocate for the defense in this trial, I confess I'm still not entirely sure where I stand. It seems to me I should state what facts I do know as clearly and honestly as possible. Oh, so he says ara just for scientific reasons. Interesting. Oh, he's seething. Tis not altogether pleasing, fella. I'm simply telling the truth, Mr. McGilded. Well, don't forget that you're supposed to be representing my best interests here, lad. Now then. A fella's memory is a curious thing and not altogether reliable. No, the court must consider the facts. That there cubbyhole under the seat is as empty as the devil's heart, so it is. What if they actually hear the dramatic music? Ace Attorney lawyers are essentially a second prosecutor for the random civilian they plan to bring it to the courtroom. Pretty much. You're about to start making your stop motion transformation videos. Ooh. Have fun, have fun. We don't represent people, we represent the truth. Exactly. Totally. Do you think perhaps it would be in your best interest now to admit that you might have been mistaken? Hi, hello, hi. Why do I feel like something's not right here? I should like the jury to weigh in on this matter, I think. Thanks for being back. Okay, have fun. That compartment is designed to house equipment used to maintain the smooth running of the carriage. The Guild's rules state that omnibuses should be properly and fully equipped at all times. It certainly wouldn't have been empty on the night in question. That wasn't that irresponsible. That money-lending fleecer and the pick purse are lying. Hi. The quick eye movements. I know. I always love when he does it. It's like an interesting mix of Apollo and Phoenix, right? I can't believe I was nearly taken in. The stinking rich are always stinkers. Nothing but cowards, the lot of them. Isn't he though? What? Oh no. It's a trick! Of course it's a trick! Well. What game is this? It is the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Quite so! I must concur here. Oh dear. With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. She says, as if she has not changed her position like 3 times already. It's every time a different truth, it seems. Eat the rich. True. Part of me wishes he would use his knife to cast fire. Why is the court stenographer in the jury? What did I miss? Evidence tampering, apparently. My lord, I humbly exhibit the scales of justice. Clearly, a verdict of not guilty this time would be wholly inappropriate. Thank you, Counselor. But before we proceed any further, there is the matter of the outstanding cross-examination. Missed everything. I'll have to go and watch the previous stream to catch up. So I don't get what Ryunosuke is trying to do. Ryunosuke is just being honest. So what he's technically supposed to be doing is he is supposed to be defending Mr. McGilded. However, he's also not willing to lie. He is trying to get to the truth of the matter for like a true defense. Unfortunately in this case it does mean kind of going against his client who has tampered with evidence during the break. Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please. Yes, my lord. What just happened? The whole balance of the trial just shifted almost beyond recognition. He's doing his best. He is doing his best. Why do you sound big? What do you mean, sound big? The whole balance of the trial just shifted almost beyond recognition. An honest lawyer, this is how you know this is a game and thus fiction. Well, to be fair, most of the time, a good lawyer won't lie in the court and do a perjury. Most lawyers will try to not commit perjury. They will maybe try to sneak their way around things to get what their clients want. But most lawyers will also admit if it's too far gone, it's too far gone. And they won't bother. The Reaper of the Bailey's at work, it would seem. Your charger is in your face? Why? I don't think you can charge your face like that. Like, big personality and like somebody with big heart cares about people? Oh, sure. Okay. Most lawyers have honor. A different sense of honor from the rest of us, maybe, but honor nonetheless. Well, I mean... Hey, I know you're the one I saw in a video about Jesus, right? What? I don't think so. What the girl saw. So I stuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses, just like always. So you were already in the omnibus before you even set off on its run? Well, yeah. I mean, what's the point in spending a Joey to make a few bob, eh? That's a rum idea, isn't it? I suppose she means there's no point in spending money to make money. Actually makes sense. Yes, you are. I don't think so. I think you might have the wrong guy. Also, may I remind you that this girl is a petty thief. Kindly refrain from entertaining her tenants. Well, that does clear up a little mystery of the fares and all. 4 paying passengers of 5 pence apiece, making the 20 to which the cabman testified. And one little scapegrace riding for free. Oh, Jenny, I love your 1900s Britishisms. The red conch of the driver... The red conch of a driver always goes for some grub before his last run, see? So that's when I slip into the carriage to get myself hidden under the seat. Nice and easy, right? That was the one who confessed to their sins and said sorry alongside Jesus, but he only replied, lol, lamau. You guys when it's a non-binary person. It means Navi's gender is no. Yeah, pretty much. I am a cosmic being from the edge of the universe. I have no need to observe, humans' petty squabbles on gender or whatever. But your hiding place is a storage compartment. Full of equipment for the coach. No? Yeah, there's brushes and buckets and whatnot in there, sure. I'll just chuck all that out and cram it in a corner somewhere. No one ever seems to bother much. And yet, according to the report filed by the police officer who first arrived at the scene, now we have their gender revoked. Hello, is this still about the omnibus stabbing? It is, in fact, still about the omnibus stabbing. You tries to get all 8 pages and the gentleman took it away. I like that one. That's a good one. The compartment was full of such paraphernalia. Well, I don't know nothing about that. Like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the seat. That's all I can tell you. He was still enjoying Snappy's face. It seems we've reached the end of that line of inquiry. Continue. Will your streams ever be changed to at least like half an hour earlier? Probably not, no. I asked you for a head pan, Abby. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me get something up, then. Hold up. I can't get a headband. There you go. It's maybe a little big. Actually, wait a minute. There you go. That's a bit better. Never mind, it's your option. Unfortunately, yeah, most days I can't really... There's some days I would be technically able to, but I actually start getting ready at 8:30 for stream. And I tend to have lunch or dinner.
Head pats for the Capridans. The revolution has been postponed.
Good, I think? I don't know. But yeah, no, there's a reason I go for 9 o'clock is because it's easier for me. It was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. A waste of time? Why is that? Well, most nights I'm on my own and God permit at least some of the time. I beg your pardon. Did you say God permits? Oh yeah, well, that's what my kind call it. You say the omnibus, I suppose. Point is, any normal run, the carriage ain't got no one in it for a while. That's when you come out of your hiding place and get away. That's it. Only that night. This cove was sat on my seat from the start. And he didn't budge the whole way, did he? Not 1 inch. I was totally stuck. You mean to tell us that you were present in the carriage for the duration? You were under the seat the entire time, while events unfolded in the enclosed cabin. Revolution wants Navius on break to cause maximum trouble. Yeah. Right, mister? To be sure. I was as shocked as anyone. You don't expect to lift the cushion you've been sat on and find a child now, do you? Hello! So this Miss Lestrade can possibly be the culprit then. I'll tell you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. There's pitch in there.
Don't give the shepherd our secrets.
You know I can see your secrets, right? So you can see out into the cabin at all? Not a job. Most days I push the cushion up with me dead and look out the crack. with me head and look at the crack. Then I can have the butchers at who I'm gonna fiddle. I thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher.
That's what you think.
Yeah. I mean, I can have a look. See, I get under ain't as plush as the other one, see? So most of the time, the passengers plan themselves opposite. But for some reason that night, this here Irishman spent the whole journey right over my head. And for that reason, you weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out. I see. Truth is, I ain't too happy in small dark places. Feels so much like being thrown in the clink. That's the only place to hide in them carriages, so it's Obson's choice. Why don't you just stick to picking people's pockets in the open then? The Fate Weaver is constantly violating our privacy. A lick, yes, a lick is a... You mean a look? No. Having a lick is a phrase. It's a very British phrase. Oh, Hobson's choice. Nice cultural reference there. I'd say there's some reason that she's not letting on, judging from her demeanor. You were live a check an hour ago and I said you weren't live. Well, I started... probably around then. I started then. So anyways, I was a bit scared, but I had to just stick it out under there. Nothing else for it. Then after a while I heard this loud bang. Nearly jumped on my skin, I did. The screen just came out. Recently American TikTok teens used lick. Yeah, there's a lot of American TikTokers, I guess, that are starting to yoink a lot of British phrases for some reason. When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor? Could have been, I suppose. I don't remember so well. Point is, it made me jump. You let out a scream involuntarily. That's right. And then I felt the cushion over my head get lighter of a sudden. Got my finger, my teeth are so sharp. Well, that's good, I think. Presumably when the defendant caught up in order to help the victim, yes. Which means that the British are responsible for the decline of American culture. I think there's a lot of things that might be responsible for that. Or not. It could equally have been the moment the accused stood in order to stab his victim. Could it not? Well, girl, did you see what happened at that crucial moment? Yeah, I saw it. Teens yearn to return to their homelands. I pushed up the cushion and had a quick butcher's while I had the chance, didn't I? The Irishman was setting up the bloke what had fallen onto the floor on the seat opposite. And that matches Mr. McGilda's account, of course. Steady? Hmm? But then, the fellow suddenly turns around and looks right at me. I sunk back down again, but it was too late by then. I should never have risked looking. She does trip my tongue up a lot, I will say. I make a rap yesterday, so I just ate some fruit. That's better than nothing. I have a puppy. That's a goat. It has hooves. A puppy is a new one, I think. It's because of that this swell found me. It had helped me get away, mind. And when Mr. McGilda discovered you, he pulled you out from your hiding place. I was scared stiff I was. He dragged me out and sat me down on the seat and all. Next to the victim, Mr. Mason. Yeah, the bloke got a knife in his guts. He was still bleeding. The carriage lurched a bit and he ended up falling onto me. Ooh. How awful. Why would you replace a pup's paws with hoofs? Hooves. Yeah, I put them right on there. Stuck them right on. How awful. Both my hands got covered in blood. Made me feel sick as a dog. Both her hands covered in blood. I must be.
I am not a pup. I am a kid.
Technically. Yeah, poor Gina. With her hands covered in blood. That must be what the rooftop passengers saw. After that, I believe you talked with Mr. McGilded for a while. Is that correct? He asked me some stuff. Wanted to know my name and what I was up to and that. And I heard something from up above. Someone screamed. Yes, was the first on the roof deck, one would presume. Well, I didn't want no one seeing my face, so I didn't look up. The horses were drawn up smartish and this here Irishman says to me, "Get back under the seat. I'll see that you can get away later." All 6 members of the jury had decided the defendant was innocent. For one brief shining moment, yes. It's clear that they are all still very unsure. Why is Gina poor? Cause this is like late 1800s, early 1900s London. Most people were not actually rich. Not in the Victorian. Well, it would be just past the Victorian era, actually. But like, still feeling a lot of ramifications from then. We could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among this new testimony. I'm sure we would clinch the verdict we want. Yes, I think you're right. I have this niggling feeling. Something's bothering me. I just can't quite put my finger on it. Okay. I should probably look at what. Remind myself of what's happening here. And because you said poor Gina, I didn't mean financially. Well, no, she is actually poor though. She's an urchin. But we're saying poor Gina because Mr. McGilded sat her right next to this guy who was very stabbed. And she testified that his body fell onto her. Honestly, good luck with this one, I believe in you. I have to try and remind myself of what the fuck was happening. He's a fall guy, poor thing, yeah. There's internal hemorrhaging though. He's not overly bloody, but someone saw someone with. I need to try and remember. Lucky Gina. Yeah, clearly. The loud bang of Bean. That's the thing. I don't think this would have actually been relevant, but when the sun to space, I will be there. Give Gina the scraps. Well, it has been a week since I looked at all the evidence, so... Yeah. Skip the pretense. I've already read all that. Well, there was a big old blood stain on the bottom of the coach. That's blood, isn't it? There's something wrong. Oh, it's just, well, this blood stain is so obvious, that's all. The forensics has made no mention of it. It also is not the same color as that blood. Played all of Runaway Room was sitting. This one stumped me too. It was pretty bullshitty. Yeah, I remember there being something that was a bit bullshitty. I'm like, what was it? Yeah, it doesn't help that I've been away from this case for a week. I have to actually remind myself of what all evidence we have. Let me double check in here again. I'm gonna leave it. Night, my grandma got me in my head if not. Good night, Lemon. Bald's always there in the morning. Put some respect on Ryunosuke's name. So that's when the weird anime boy look like siblings. They're not. Oh, sorry, yes, I just don't really like blades. Oh, yeah. I do find it kind of funky that this is very... not very high up. Also, I was there in the morning, the VOD. This is what it's called, the recording of the stream. That's why I'm resting today, feeling dizzy. Please get some rest. Okay, well, let me press this again. I'm gonna wrap yesterday, but I ordered food today and it worked. Yay! When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor? Could have been, I suppose. I don't remember so well. Point is, it made me jump. I let out a scream involuntarily. That's right, and I felt the cushion over my head get lighter all of a sudden. Yeah, I saw it. I pushed out the cushion and had a quick buttress while I had the chance, didn't I? The Irishman was sitting up with the look what had fallen on the floor on the seat opposite. Took 2 days, so I finally ate something. Yay! Something proper, at least. Let me repress all of these. Hum.
Hold it!
Waste of time. Why is that? Got none in it. Why? So you kind of head in place and get away. And that night, let's go for some you see from the start. He didn't push the whole way, did he? Not 1 inch. I was totally stuck. Plus some burgers and buns, so I would have eaten one if I didn't have to cook out. Chewing on a wire. Oh. Yeah, right, mister? Can't see anything in there here. We're gonna have a look, see it get under it as push as the other one, see. Most of the time, passengers plan themselves opposite. For some reason that night, this year Irishman spent the whole journey right over me head. Practicing Dear Evan Hansen? Hell yeah. Hope's going well. And for that reason, we're able to push the cushion up to peek out, I see. Truth is, I ain't too happy in small dark places. Feels so much like being thrown like, oh. Uh-huh. There's something wrong, Mr. McGilded. Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Counsel? I was just wondering, Miss Lestrade's last comment made something occur to you, perhaps. Why not just let it show up on the first press? I don't know. I had like I can't see where any of this evidence would come in, so I think it was that one stupid thing that I vaguely remembered being a thing. Of one of the pressings not showing up the first time around. I was like, what one is it on? Is it that fucking thing again? You seem to be thinking something to yourself. Oh, no, 'twas nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lass is all. I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad shut up in the dark. It was terrifying, so it was. I see. Yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark now. What's that rumbling sound? What rumbling sound? And I didn't know about yourself. I find that darkness seems to make everything you hear seem that much louder as well. Yeah. I suppose it does. Maybe. Miss Lestrade. Did you hear something that night? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps? It's a little dumb. I think it's because it wants you to, go through to the end, but it probably should have, like, a little thing of, like, you should maybe press through again. Make sure to double check. Testimony. I don't know. Nah, not really. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. The jabbers, there's no need to tell the whole world of me foibles, you little scamp. Mr. McGilda was also an urchin and he grew up in an omnibus posterior compartment. This is where he retired each night. Oh, the tragedy. What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, it might have given us a vital new clue. I am the murderer. Yes. What should we make of that last statement of hers? It's profoundly important. Of course it's important. Yeah, this whole trial really is just, yeah, sure, man, whatever you say. Every time McGilda speaks, yeah. Hello, Jonah, I'm embracing your friendly yellow ball companion. Hi, hello. My lord. I believe the statement just made by the witness is profoundly important. Profoundly important? But all she said was that she heard nothing. Yes, which is the profoundly important point. I'm almost sure of it. I'm most sure that I don't understand the inner workings of your Eastern mind, Counsel. Nevertheless, my dog likes green balls more. Miss Gina Lestrade, you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating that last statement, please. What? Supplement? What are you on about? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do. Well, what won't call me? That's right. Insult the judge. Always a good move. Let him cook. I was straining my ears to work out what was going on, but all I could hear was snoring. I don't mean to alarm you, but that generally is a yellow ball companion. Whoa. Crazy. So you were straining to hear what was happening the entire time? Since the moment you hit yourself? Not exactly, no. Sorry. Well, there was no one in the cabin to start with. I could just push the cushion up and have a butcher see what was what. Then, when I saw the swell getting on, I got my head down so he didn't notice me. Gina's identity fact. Well, she is a thief. And Mr. McGilda sat on the seat under which you were hiding, correct? Yeah. Would you add and believe it, eh? What a mug. So then all I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out of there as soon as I heard him leave, you see. Would he? Not likely. Even though we stopped here and there, I never heard the door open. You never heard the door open? You never heard the door open? How the fuck did the other guy get in there? So I just had to stay put and listen to him driving his bakes in the market, snoring like an old dog he was. Are there any conclusions we can draw from that, I wonder? It doesn't add up. There were 2 people in there. Miss Lestrade, what you have just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts. What a cute expression, I know. I do love Gina's design and her expressions and just everything. I love her so much. At odds? Are you sure, man? Absolutely. It seems my learned Nipponese friend is not as dull-witted as I feared. Van Seeks realized it too. Counsel, I must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence, or some complicit party's name at the very least. You should be a voice actor if you already are. You should do many characters. I am not already. I am an artist. I have been told that multiple times, though. Maybe it's something I will do at some point. Right now, we mostly just get... Right now, I can just do visual novels. I must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence, or some complicit party's name at the very least. Yes, my lord. I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction to the court. According to Miss Lestrade, whilst she was hiding in the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGilda snoring. Think, Ryunosuke, think. There's something else she should have heard. Show a person, I think. Very well, my lord. Allow me to elaborate. On a particular sound that Miss Lestrade could not have failed to hear on the night in question. Sound very clearly explained by the presence of the following person. Our victim. She's a thief, that's so kind of her. Thrice-fired Mason. Apparently Cello's mad now. Yes, my lord, the sound the missile strike could not have failed to hear is that of the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus. Order! Order! Explain your reasoning, counsel. Miss Lestrade, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier that you were the first person on board the omnibus. Is that correct? The bird is on McGilda's side. Mason, my guy. Victim, I love for actually for no reason. He doesn't even have like a character moment. He's just dead. Requiem is impossible. It could just be that it's not a fit for your voice. That is just sometimes the case, unfortunately. You're back. Welcome back, Ty. Hello. At least she thinks other people are good enough to steal from. Yeah, of course I was. I got on while the driver was in the pub, didn't I? And the next person to board the omnibus was Mr. McGilda. That it was. Not a soul in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least not in plain sight. The victim was hiding in the opposite compartment. There wasn't an opposite compartment, but you know, it's funny. So you were, to all intents and purposes, alone in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus at the time. Did I not just say as much? I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean. Yeah, I saw him get on, remember? Through the crack under the seat cushion. He was on his own for sure. And from what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey. I actually hate it. I've had like the song that time. So it goes. Mason and Gina both sitting in the compartments pointing at McGilda like the piss pool of it. During which time, did you not hear the door opening or closing at all? No, I never heard it. That's exactly what I was listening for, weren't it? Waiting for the swell to leave? In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage? Ah! We know that the victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Miss Lestrad's statement about what she did, or did not hear, is at odds with the facts. She is innocent. Well, technically for this case, I think so, yes. Yes, this petty thief's statement was clearly flawed. Lord Van Zeeks! Yes, he knew. He knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Miss Lestrad's statement. It would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned friend. What are you talking about? You have demonstrated matters impeccably. Gina's literally never done anything wrong, ever. She hasn't. She's completely innocent. I mean, look at her. Look at this girl. Tell her she's done something wrong. You can't. She's perfect. She's a perfect wee girl who's completely innocent in every situation ever. Gina pulled my 12-year-old niece's ponytail at the end of World War I. This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreliable. Her words are convenient untruths, nothing more. Typewriter lady is going off. Maybe she deserves them, I'm just saying. This girl is a pickpocket. Let's not forget that. I kind of missed what they were saying. Oops. That's fine. Oh dear. Ah! She didn't even say anything. I didn't want to judge the dear little mite just because she has some rather naughty ways. But I must say, I can't abide liars. And neither can I. Mr. Foreman. I didn't want to judge the girl just because she has some less than salubrious ways. But I must say, I cannot abide liars. Whoa. Well, back to this shit again. So Naruhodo, that's 5 jury members leaning towards guilty. Picked all his pockets with prior consent. If they didn't want their pockets picked, they shouldn't have gone outside. Typewriter lady is all of us on a bunch of different accounts commenting on all platforms. Chick said you had to steal or die if you were homeless in that year law. She's completely innocent. No, yeah, no, like she actually... It's not ideal, but I don't think she would have wanted to do that if it was not necessary. Hi Piero, hello. I feel sick, I took my Sperry meds. Oh. It's not great when you were already dizzy. But I hope it chills out soon. Well, your consideration for others is refreshing, my Nipponese friend. Typewriter lady is indisputably the best juror. The considerable troubles you have spared me. Bendix is going to die of alcohol poisoning by the end of this. I would like a glass of wine. It does look like pretty good wine. I'm not a wine drinker, personally. Yes, very refreshing. But it does look pretty appetizing. Yeah, what are you playing at? Have you forgotten who you're working for, you useless Eastern Abaddon? Suppose you thank you. Just carnage, just perfect. Your number 2 is the only one left. So Naruhodo, the way this is going. I know, if you can't find some new way to convince everyone of Mr. McGilda's innocence. Put on the fancy glass. The judge will rule and we'll have lost. Who's a better yellow ball, Verity or me? See, I don't know. I don't know anything about Verity, really, so... I very much wanted to believe the words of one of London's most respected gentlemen. But... those of us in service know we must accept hard truths. Wait, wait, wait! Hold on! Yes, the witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. Neither a bouncy ball is superior. I have a question. What's the question? I thought it was Oki. However, if we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed an entirely new light on this whole case. What are you saying? Counsel? I'm sorry, sir? Whatever do you mean? You really got caught off guard there, huh? Counsel, I will not tolerate you attempting to provoke my education. Explain yourself at once. Okay, listen, just hear me out, okay? When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness in the stand. And yet, the victim's body was found inside the carriage. I had to take a nasal spray. Those are the worst. They are the worst. Icky. If this petty thief's words are to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus? I know what the video voice acting is, I'm sorry to ask. It's not a video. This is a game called The Great Ace Attorney. It is in the title, as usual. Yo, hello. I do wanna... Oh. Can we look at the lock, please? Can we look at the lock, please? Oh, for fuck's sake. This is a game. There are button presses involved. Yes, yes there are. Oh, you can't see it from the inside, though. There doesn't appear to be a handle or catch of any description. So I suppose it can't be opened from inside the cabin, at least. Okay, can we open it from the outside, though? I can fucking see the lock! I can see it! It's right there! Oh my god. I can see the catch! Come on! Oh my god. Okay. I guess it just doesn't want me to realize that this thing can be opened. Even though I can very clearly see the fucking catch! For fuck's sake! There's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside the carriage. There's another entrance. You're an idiot! Renoski too! Classic Ace Attorney trope where you figure out the jig too quick so you have to play dumb so the game lets you. Yep. If the door wasn't open even once, the only explanation is that the victim entered through the enclosed cabin some other way. Objection. I wondered what new fancy you would come up with in your blind panic. But behold, the omnibus is here for all to see. Only one side of the enclosed cabin is furnished with a door. The other only has windows. fixed windows which cannot possibly open. In short, he's also an idiot. His name is just too long to try and spell. There's no entrance to the cabin other than the door.
Objection.
Yowing. Just kill me. No, no kill. No, no. Can I ask if you've played the investigation spin-offs yet? I haven't played them myself. And I actually haven't seen anything from the new translation of the second game. I used to watch playthroughs of all the games. This is the only one that I actually haven't seen a playthrough of. In its entirety, at least. So I haven't played Investigations myself yet, and I haven't seen anything much from Investigations 2. I was thinking of, at some point, going to those ones as well, because they are also bundled. There could be. There's one possibility you haven't considered. Oh, really? Yes, one other way inside that isn't the door. Another opening, the use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin. Navi has their manservants play the games for them? No, I was a teenager who could not afford the games. Or the consoles they were on for some of them. Or just in general, I mean, Investigations 2 didn't even fucking have an English release until very recently. Alright, Council. Ooh, that's great news. Ace Attorney Investigations 2 is my favorite AA game besides this one. It is a very good one. There's a lot of it that I don't remember because it has been years, which is why I'm like, okay, I can kind of come back to the series because even the ones I have played, frankly, it's been a long time. Alright, Counsel. The defense will identify the location for the court. Here's the omnibus in which the incident occurred. Where on earth is this entrance by which you propose the victim entered the cabin?
Take that!
Take that. The answer is obvious. It can only have been the skylight. I say, the skylight!
Objection!
That being said, I probably would go through the original trilogy at the very least first. Possibly also the Apollo Justice quote-unquote trilogy. Probably, anyway. So at least those as well. It's been, well, the original trilogy I've watched a bit more recently, like, or watched and played more recently. I had it on the 3DS, so I actually need to get it, probably on PC, or on the Switch, I don't know, with the newer release. Newer, quote-unquote. What? The skylight? You're back? Welcome back. Navi, Lily wants me to kill them. Do I have your permission? No! No! Please don't kill my mom, no! A ludicrous proposal almost has me lost for words. However...
Objection.
That was a very polite objection. The skylight may well be large enough for someone to pass through.
Objection.
So you claim. But do you have a shred of evidence to support your adult brain theory? Both Mr. McGill and Miss Lestrade said the same in their testimonies. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud, such as noise made by someone falling to the floor. Yes, which has already been explained. As a shadow of the victim falling from a seat, having been assaulted with a dagger. You better have dinner. I hope your dinner's good. He's so sweet. Yes, it has, but... Would a man slipping from the seat onto the floor really have made such a loud noise as the victims, as the witnesses described? Not the victims. Have a great day, it's Alara 1. Have a good evening! Hope your dinner's good and very tasty. A noise loud enough to cause Miss Lestrade to let out an involuntary cry, in fact. Good gracious! Perhaps, in fact. Objection! If that's okay with you guys. That was the moment that the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it.
Objection.
You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin. That's simply impossible. How can you be so sure? Because if the victim had fallen inside through the skylight, as you say, the passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. I mean, he used to raise his hand, so this is improvement, I suppose. True. He's such a polite young man. And yet, not one person made mention of such events in their testimony. Well, yes, that's true, but... Could open every dad's laugh, sleeping. No. Pat pat. Might a humble fella make a wee comment here? Mr. McGilded? To be sure now, the two fellows who were sat on the roof that testified before said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, that it's not so much a case of them not saying, but... Aye. It is a case of them being unable to say. What? I think perhaps the two fellows do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened. Would you not agree? Fine, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Oh my goodness, surely not. Those two chaps on the roof. You mean the ones who stuck that knife in the man were... Oh! Gives Lily gummies. Gummy. Oh dear. Just what exactly are you insinuating here, you blitterer? You rotter, he said, you rotter. What are you insinuating? That was a very... that sounded a lot like Hard Henry. Oh god. This is a flaming outrage. I have a good mind to give you a blinker in a minute. He'll give you a shiner in a minute, he said, and so will I. Mr. Fairplay, you're effectively accusing me, a city gentleman and a well-respected banker. And me, a very angry hatter. Suggesting that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts. It's omnipresent. It's a disgrace, it's scandalous, it's... I protest in the strongest possible terms. That's right, I protest too, about you rotten scoundrel. Does he jump like that? Does he have hit takes? I don't know, actually. They like to have very funny crash out animations in this series. Order! This is not the time, witnesses. He's hopping mad, clearly, exactly. I would not permit this wanton invasion of the stead. Return to the anteroom at once. But this is beyond reason, my lord. It's outrageous. I suppose they're so interesting. What is he getting up? It's very hurtful, you know. My lord, if I may comment. Go ahead, Lord Van Zeeks. It was the defense that incited this outburst from the witnesses. My learned friend has seen fit to abandon all protocol and accuse the witnesses without proof. Accused? I had never intended to. It seems, young Nipponese, that your command of the English tongue is wanting. You proposed to this court that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck of the omnibus. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events. You have branded these gentlemen liars. You have intimidated their criminal guilt. Or intimated their criminal guilt, even. In our British course of law, that is what is termed a baseless accusation. I know it was rash to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but... you can't just dismiss it without a second thought. It's a jig of grave danger. What are we wasting time for? Go to testify. I thought there was something fishy about that hat from the moment I laid eyes on the fellow. We have to see this matter through now. One way or another. I'd like sleeping in the blow, jumping man, like a nappy head. Am I having a fever dream? Maybe. If there's filthy rubbish in our midst, we must dispose of it at once. I like how they gave it actual voice acting. This is the type of crap Phoenix doesn't get away with on the regular, to be fair. Yep. What's happening, Mr. Naruto? The spectators in the public gallery they're in a complete frenzy. Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. My lord? You will take the stand again and make it on a formal testimony. In reference to the indictment brought by the defense. Yes, my lord. I didn't come here for this. There's no time to think this through. My plan for getting by the school year and be successful with my classmates use wordplay and hope. All I can do is keeping pushing forward. Refuting the accusation. We were the only two people up on that roof deck, dead or alive, I can swear to that. Oh, they're stupid confused sprites, man, they never knew what was going on. They're so confused. Well, you can sound like 100+ British men without even moving your mouth. If anything had happened where we were sitting, don't you think one or the other of us would have noticed? In any case, none of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man. The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it. If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? The blood on the floor. I must say that listening to this testimony is somewhat hard to imagine. How either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this open rooftop deck, without the other noticing forthwith. That's right, you see? Put back up pacing for the blonde man to protect Navidad from crackhead. I really had to scoff at that first animation. We're innocent, I tell you. Although logically, of course, the argument falls down if the two of you were in collusion with one another. I feel so icky this whole trial. So awesome. Thank you, Capcom. Here's something else. What? Yeah. According to the investigations by Scotland Yard, looks like a running person in the olden days cartoon animation. He does. The two witnesses share no common dealings. Ah, well, I don't trust coppers any more than I trust the stinking rich. Something doesn't feel right here. The trial's going in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy? What's your favorite Ace Attorney animation? The first one I can think of was that one guy that pulls out papers and lights them on fire. Oh god. I mean, there's so many good ones, especially from the 3D era. Oh god. They run back because they're late for something. I tried to think back on some. Oh god, that's actually a tough question. I mean, there is, what's his name? The fucking monkey guy, like the villain from Investigations 1? Was it? Was it 1 or was it 2? I actually don't remember. I think it was 1. Yeah, cause, Eustace Winter's dad was the villain of 2, wasn't he? But, I'm thinking of the monkey guy, the circus one. Simon! Yeah, Simon! Yeah, Simon. He had some really good animations for his, like, his twist. Ooh, I always think about those ones. He's Ace Attorney Investigations 2. He was 2. Okay. That was the guy that was being puppeted by the monkey. Yeah! He has some really, really good ones. The monkey, Curious George. He's got so many good animations, just because of the twist in his personality. Oh, they're so good. They're so good. Especially because that one's 2D as well. It's like crazy. And also my profile picture. Oh, there's so many good ones though. There's also, I think it's oh, what the fuck is it called? I think it's in 5. The professor guy. He's got some scary animations. Yes, both his pre and post animations are so expressive and cool. They are. For like limited 2D as well. Like relatively limited 2D animated sprites. Like, so good. So fucking good. Aristophanes, yeah, that guy. He's so scary in general, but like, oh, his crash out. His crash out is so freaky. There's so many good ones, especially the later in the series, because like the first few games they did keep it relatively laid back, and then for some reason after like from Apologistus on, I think for the most part, is when they just started like doing fucking whatever. I mean, mind you, I suppose there's God, I can never remember any characters' names. There was the final villain of the second game, I think. I know Ganking Super Saiyan was pretty good. That one was crazy. That one's crazy. There's so many good animations, like even earlier in, but I think they get a little more creative later on too. Because like I think the first few games, they only really let the final villains have the really crazy crash out animations. It's turning 5 again. The DLC case villain had an insane breakdown. Oh yeah. I actually don't fully remember that case. Like I know what case it is, but like I'm trying to remember the circumstances of the case. It's very visually pleasing. One man. His favorite goat. Hi. Hello. We got distracted. We were talking about our favorite animations from the series because there's some really good crash out animations throughout. Not a villain, but Uendo also. He's one of the few characters I can actually remember the name of. Uendo Tornado. His animations are so good. Because I stand by Uendo as like one of the best, like one of the best ever representations of dissociative identity disorder I have ever seen in media. Because it actively acknowledges the trope and says, fuck you for thinking that. Get fucked. It's perfect, and his sprites are so good because you can tell early on. If you know, like, you can look at it and you can tell exactly which alter is speaking and when. Even before the reveal that he actually has it. But, like, when he's in, like, before the reveal, it seems completely fine. Like, there's nothing, like, that really pokes out at you. But it's so good. It's so good. I'm 22, I live with my wife, I don't really care for her, I think I hate my life, now I work at Greg's, miss him every day, sometimes I pretend my wife is Nico, I might be gay. It's such a fun case to replay. Yeah. It's one of my favorite cases in the entire series. Just because of that. Like, that character is so good. It's so good. Long-term favorite. There's a 2-hour-long breakdown compilation, you can skip to anywhere and find a jam. You have a question? What's the question? Yeah, just I have a particular love for Uendo as a character. Like, he's probably my favorite witness in the entire series because it's just so masterfully done. It's so good. Like, Because you start the case and you think they're gonna fall in the trope and you groan and then like and then they completely dodge it. They acknowledge it, they dodge it, and they're like, yeah, no, that's not what's happening here. Question, crab with laser eyes. Okay, okay. Can have cracky. I think we're calling it cracky apparently. Let me also move cracky a bit. Actually, put it down here. Put it down here. There you go. I have a question. What's your question? Broken Eye Breakdown was reference central. I loved it. I really skipped the line on the clown girl the internet broke over. The clown girl does also have a good crash out as well. Release the cracky. So why do I feel so uneasy? Counsel for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please. Oh, yes, my lord. Right, yeah, game to play. Refuting the accusation. We were the only two people up on that roof deck, dead or alive, I can swear to that. I love Gary, but sadly there's only one aspect of her character people talk about. Yeah. That is true. And it's not even real! That's the fucked up part. They're not even real! Technically it's two aspects. To be pedantic. My question is, can I have a hug? You can have a hug. I mean, Captain is being actively cuddled right now. Cracky costume for the Capitans for All Hallows Eve. So at no time did the victim, Mr. Mason, climb up to join you on the roof deck? Absolutely not, Dickon. There's 4 people on here. No question about it, he said. None at all. People still real precarious about it, though. I want a hug. I haven't had a hug for ages. Everyone can have a hug, okay? Oh, but yes, of course. I remember seeing them both. I saw the victim inside the enclosed cabin talking to this man here. Is this true, Mr. McKildred? Dear me, my lord, at the risk of repeating myself. I boarded the omnibus alone and rode off inside almost immediately. That's an outright lie. Without doubt, you were engaged in... Let me stop you there, fella, and ask. Do you have any evidence at all? At all? It's all about evidence in the courts these days, so it is. You do well to remember that. Crimson Abbey, laying no lap next to Lily yawns. Oh. I saw you with my own eyes. This is going so well. Turning Investigations 2 back on the line again. McGilda's shocked expression is so similar to Eddie Fender's. Slusher and Shield's shocked expression makes me giggle. If anything had happened while we were sitting, don't you think one or the other of us would have noticed? Well, it was on the final one of the omnibus at past 10 o'clock in the evening. It would certainly have been quite dark. Perhaps too dark to see clearly. Is this some kind of lark? Is this some kind of a joke, he said? Is that what this is? Perhaps one or the other of you fell asleep briefly? Salamander, my twin, where have you been? Are you fair dinkum, sir? Are you serious, sir? That's what you said. It's impossible, I tell you. I'd give you the keys to the vault if you could fall asleep in that bitter cold. If you did manage, your eyelids would freeze shut and you'd never open them again. So go sleep, IRL, and Dad. Love you, stay safe, and miss you. Good night, Lily. Sleep well. Probably, ooh. We are gonna have a break in a couple minutes. Let me... I have no idea. Where have I been? That's extreme. It was extreme, I tell you. We had to put up with it because this man had locked the door. Any true gent would have unlocked it and let me in when I knocked. I'm dreadfully sorry about that young fella. You see, I was away with the fairies and I didn't hear you at all. That's a lie, I saw you through the glass. You were talking to someone. Now, it was a cold night, so it was. People do be seeing things that aren't real in the cold. It's hardly surprising. Night night! Seeing things! Seeing things! I believe we've reached an impasse here on this particular point. Ah, you! You! Don't take it personally now, lad. I'm a suspect in this case, and it is only fair that you and the other fiend are too. Open and free competition is what a capitalist society is all about. This isn't a competition I'd like to be involved in, really. Okay, before we continue with the, pressing, we do have an ad break on Twitch coming up. So I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I'm also going to put Chell to bed, so it'll maybe be a little quieter, perhaps. Miguel just says now to every accusation and no one stops him. True, rich, privileged. True. Yeah, so we'll be back in a few minutes if you guys just hold tight. Okay? Okay. Righto, okay, we are back. Right, in any case, none of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man.
Hold it!
Hope you guys got a good break in there as well. Hope you guys got some water. Maybe a bathroom break in there. So, you had never met Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason before? Oh, Lemon, no. Not once, never. You never met the man before, he said. Never. And you, Mr. First, had no prior dealings with the victim either? That's right, sir. Hazards don't have much to do with brickmakers, to be perfectly honest, sir. No, I imagine not. You see? How many different ways can I put this? I don't have Discord. Oh.
No.
None of us have the remotest connection to the gentlemen who were inside the cabin. Uh-huh.
Excuse me.
No water. No water. Mr. McGilden. Yes, Counsel. What can I be doing you for? Did what is his last name give you pause for thought somehow? Not the remotest connection. Is that right now? I wonder. What are you insinuating now? Mr. Fairplay. That's been too long, so it has. Hi, Popcat. Hello. What are you giggling at, boy? How are you doing today, Popcat? If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe it's fast approaching, is it not? Your repayment date? I beg your pardon? You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir. That had an unconscionable rate of interest. You tricked me. It's his extortion. Well, now, is that a touch of begrudgery, is it? A sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fellow to pass his crimes off on another. Ah! And young Mr. First. Me, sir? What do you want with me, sir? You do be making hats for a living, do you not? That there top hat sliding about on your head. Is that one of your own creations, is it? Oh, well, I'm still just an apprentice, you understand. I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whoever fine gent walks through the door. The perfect fit, is it? No, she has a very distinctive design, so it is. Many customers like it, I tell you. They like a distinctive touch. Customers? Such as Thrice-Fired Mason. Here's a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence of war, my lord. Gone too much on Sprite already, but Fairplay's right-facing sprite imitating a penny face is so good to me. True is... God, they have such a good design team. It's not even funny. Oh yeah, he does have a fucked up looking hat, doesn't he? Oh, this, you mean? So first, your hats are pretty bad. Pretty rough, yeah. I can't help to think of that poor fellow's hat looks distinctly familiar, wouldn't you say? Oh! That's one of my hats! Aye, that it is. So seeing the brickmaker was a customer of yours. It's going for a minute. Well, I hope you enjoy your 4 minutes here. The sort of customer I'd wager you could have had a weak quarrel with over the distinctiveness of the goods. Hello, the haunted thing looked here. Hello? Hi. Welcome in. Oh no, sir. Absolutely not, sir. Just want to say a quick hi. Well, hi to you too. Hope you're having a good day. Abby, can you have cute little goat horns on your head? I can, actually. Well, I don't know if I'd call them cute, but... I can have goat horns. Wait, can you reach out? Yes? What would make you think I can't? How are you? I'm doing alright. I got a little bit of some fun stuff done today. It wasn't necessarily what I intended to do today, but it was something. I got like a restock order in, which may or may not have something that I teased. Mason, my love, get better taste. I know you're broke, but no hat is better than that hat. Well, there's really nothing more to add. It wouldn't be right to say that the two fellas here haven't the remotest connection to the victim, you see. My little goat. Ah. Nah. I rest my case. Well, it's definitely got them freaking out. You little weasel. Duh. He's better at this than I am. Gosh, Mr. McGilda has certainly been thorough in his research, hasn't he? Please, don't let me little interruption hold up the proceedings. The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it.
Hold it!
Yeah, I need to do a bunch of stuff, but it's probably gonna be next week when I'm away that I'm gonna do it. I'm getting my work done. I'm starting to get places. I'm quite certain about that. The skylight was shut the entire time. Magoda's moment here is what makes him one of my favorite The Great Ace Attorney characters. What a little annoyance. Can I adopt you a little bit? Me? I think I'm a little old for you to adopt. But it's been over 3 days trying to get my fave streamer to talk to me and a random streamer pop up and rest my chat. Hell yeah! Eagles. Lots of eagles. Many eagles. That's future Nabby's problem. I'm quite certain about that. The skylight was shut the entire time. No, never water. I'm going to lose my block with you in a minute. He's going to lose his rag with you in a minute. That's what he said. Take a look at yourself. Go on. You see? It's shut fast now, just like it was on the night. So it is, of course. I fell the size of Mr. Mason. Could likely break right through it still and all. What? Just look at the size of the thing. You understand? Ah, now you hold on there a minute, sir. The size of the thing means nothing. But please, just for the rest of the stream. Okay, sure. Then the whole Discord message and I both says and I didn't even pay, so I typed out the whole thing. Why? Not on its own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we? Let's stop by the arcane, shall we? He's like a little hamster. I was riding on bus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind, mildly. I shocked myself with it as it happens. Hi, hello. Hi, Wyatt. This is an unexpected confession, Mr. First. Oh, I just meant to say what meant me to say. Well, the point is, I tried to open the skylight, you see? But, just my luck, I couldn't make it budge. The stench was terrible. Everyone was looking dags at me, sir. I went as red as rouge, I did. Remember me? I recognize your name. Are you expecting me to sentence you? Oh, no, sir. The point is, skylight can't be opened. I tried and tried when I was inside that cabin of shame. You have a surprisingly deep voice. Yeah, I adopted my little goat. He farted. God forbid. We have to kill him now. Can't believe he'd do that. Everyone get your pitchforks ready. He's gotta die. Do you have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade? Probably one of the most rock bottom theories of mine was when I thought these two had something going on and killed Mason died. I could see it. Woof woof. Ah. I like her little kitty mouth. Miss Lestrade. It opens. The skylight. That is what we're talking about, right? Oh god. All them skylights open dead easy. Or easily than you can load that weapon. That's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I broke wind, I He's a mod then to railed immediately. Can't do it from the inside, you mug. Oh! Look, a few weeks ago I was up on the roof deck of one of them drags. And I had a great haul. I mean, I had purses coming out my ears. Mr. Strahd, this is not the forum to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities. What Gina's hat. She does have a good hat. I like her entire outfit, honestly. Well, anyway, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse, he got wise to me. All four of them surrounded me so I couldn't hop off the bus and leg it. So what I did was, I used a skylight, opened the catch and jumped right through. How dare you let her keep bragging. What? Yeah, the catch for them skylights is on the top side, and that's why you can't open them from the cabin. The skylight opens from the roof deck? Bailiff. Climb up onto the roof of the omnibus at once and verify this witness's claims. Hi, hello. Hello, hello. I don't care about her, I'm stealing her clothes. No! Ah. Oh, my hat! See? And all this time, the fucking owner of the bus company, mind you, was sitting there and didn't say a fucking word. Order! 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 So, it appears that the street girl's statement is quite true. I don't believe it. The skylight opens. And from the roof deck. Mr. Naruhodo. This could be the clue we've been looking for. Well, counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination. Yes, my lord. So, if the skylight opens, perhaps I should investigate for myself. I'm sorry, I have to investigate it myself now? After all of that. Well, at least, like, note it now? Or does it not care? So the skylight was fastened shut before. You're back? Welcome back. Gina's mocking the living hell out of those three, my goodness. You dared to cough in my presence. I'm sorry! I'm sorry! But now the catch has been undone, we should be able to open it. Yeah, we sure can. Certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure. Yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin. So I'm sure the witnesses would have been able to see quite clearly. That's not good for us. We can also see the... I think we're supposed to be able to see the bloodstain though. You're so sure the victim fell through the skylight. What's your proof? Okay, I think I know what the proof is, but I'm gonna press it anyway. Finally, the omnibus has unlocked the openable skylight feature. Proof. That's right, I demand to hear it. We came here to say what we saw, I tell you, not for this. You call us both chasers. Brandis as criminals. You call us liars, that's what he means, and accuse us of doing it. As it stands at the moment, there's no hard evidence that incriminates yourselves now, is there? I believe we're in much the same position as one another here. Can I marry the blonde girl? She's 15. Zato needs to level up. Gina makes her look like an idiot. Ah! If I don't crack this case soon, he'll crack his teeth. You're old enough to adopt Nabby, you're too old for Gina. I wonder if these two men really were involved in some way. I can say. I mean, I don't really know anything about them, do I? Well, by the same token, I don't really know anything about Mr. McGilded either. It's so hard to know what to believe here. I think we should try to remember this evidence alone that can truly determine the outcome of a trial. Sorry, I won't tolerate Susanna slander. She is the MVP of the entire Ace Attorney multiverse. The multiverse. Evidence. No one can argue against decisive evidence, including the members of the jury. So you're saying that what we need now is to find a conclusive piece of evidence. Yes, Mr. Naruhodo, precisely. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. I'm still married, Gina, marry me. I think it's this and I point. Oh no, never mind. Okay. There's something odd about that last statement made by the witness. There's clearly something odd here indeed. Your behavior, counsel. Oh, haha, please. Don't mind me. That'd be significantly easier if you lower your hand. I'll lower my hand until I prove my client's innocence. That's like just quick. Phoenix, right? It's the attorney verse. I think Leighton proved something about the multiverse. Well, okay, well, maybe. Okay, wait, hold on. Do I need to, like, re-examine fucking everything now? Oh, it actually remembered to stay open. Can I get this now? It's blood, isn't it? Something wrong? It's just, well, the supposed thing is so obvious, that's all. And Fancies has made no mention of it. I guess it does seem a little strange. This game is pretty criminal for that. Listen to this song, To My Friends. Do my friends hate me? I died in a lab. Sorry, just trying to do simply here. I have such a bad feeling about this. I'm very sure that this is fake blood. But anyway. Can't find anything out of place. Really? Oh! I didn't see that before. Nabi has to reevaluate their entire life once that skylight opened. Yes, it does open very wide, doesn't it? Wouldn't have to kick someone like you through, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. Nabi hits you with the baby later. Don't take no for an answer, so you know. I think you maybe should reconsider that. That sounds a bit odd. Why someone like me? Ah! What is it? Miguel dropped his ketchup. He was eating fish and chips at the time of the murder. Look! Just here! Look at this! That's without question. It's blood. How would there be a blood stain there? Surely, it can't be unrelated to the case, can it? There we go. Okay, fucking hell. The bloodstain perfectly positioned underneath the skylight was not good enough. I had to open up the skylight specifically. Apparently. You've seen enough? Yes. Gonna take maybe a no for an answer. You need to listen to the song To My Friends Hate Me, okay? Okay, now I can present the same fucking evidence. Re-examined. For the thing that I already knew was there. Aside from, like, I guess the bloodstain on the inside of the, skylight. Okay. On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach. And immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts. And the irrefutable proof. It is clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom. What? Yes, that's utter humbug. You can't possibly have any evidence. No, you can't. I mean, we didn't do it, I tell you. It's impossible. Irrefutable proof. Here, in this courtroom. Counsel? My lord. I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here. Luckily stabbed in the stomach. Nar. Where exactly within the omnibus is this evidence to which you allude? I love how everybody's just losing their patience with this case. You will point out what it is that proves the victim fell from the roof deck through the skylight. Oh, God damn it. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to just present it straight up. Jupiter! Is that blood? This bloodstain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open. What? And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening. Oh my! And so it follows. Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime. No! Please win this, Debbie, I believe in you. I'm working on it! Order! Order! Order!
Hold it!
But the blood could have sprayed up there when the fellow stabbed inside the cabin. No, it couldn't have. And only found its way to that one particular spot in the skylight. Sure, that would be very convenient. And let's keep it in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? But, there's no way to know for certain, is there? If the gem really fell through the skylight, I mean. Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? They did it. I don't think they did. I think this is all, tampered with, but this case really does impress me with this totally believable Ace Attorney. Typical solutions to this case that is quite believable, while also sprinkling in the doubt from Gilded. Yeah. It's all too plain if you see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fellow dropped from a fair height right there, so it is. What? No. But it can't be. It's all nice.
Hold it!
My fellow jury members. I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we? I believe we can, yes, sir. Please clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom. So, they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they? Sorry, police in these cases is like a full-time job to me. Completely understandable. Well, I won't tolerate it if the guild's carriage is being soiled with blood. I won't tolerate it. Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful park couldn't have done such a thing. On three then, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Objection!
Everyone. A chilling performance, Mr. McGilded. Oh, and what would you be referring to there now, Lord Van Zeeks? A bloodstain on the frame of the a bloodstain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and void. What? Why? For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed.
Objection!
What are you talking about? It's there for all to see, and it's clearly blood.
Objection!
Nebulous, Gina 1. I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can state with absolute surety. No such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least not until this trial began. But... are you suggesting, Lord Van Zeeks, that this stain of blood was... fabricated, my lord? Yes. And while this court has been in session. What? What's a palaver? I must say I didn't expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Van Zeeks. One for Juniors and one for the gays. Everybody hip hip hooray! But I'm Magnus McGilded, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life. I can take a guess. Ba 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 ba. couldn't hear that myself. Killed that guy. It's you saying that actually cleared it out. Thank God for the shortened chat today. I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight it to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey. Mr. McGilded, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. No, and Abby believes what is for all the gays, lesbians, bi, and others. His ass has been got. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts. Adapt the facts? What does that even mean? When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I'm by witness for me. I toast to your ability to concoct the most inconvenient of stories, sir. Tut, Lord Fanzeeks. This will not do, to be sure. Hold now, counsel. Oh, no. I think it's fair to say, this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. I was worried you didn't see what he was writing. No, I did. I saw it from the first letter. I was like, uh-oh. But I wasn't in the chat for it to clear it. I'm gay, lose this for me. The blood on the skeleton didn't exist, you say? But if you will cast your minds back, is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone possibly put a smear of blood in it without the world and his wife seeing? Is that right now, counsel? It's true. The omnibus has been in full view the entire time the court has been in session. When you put down the cloud of smoke, yeah. My learned friend. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter, in your own words. McGilded and Excelsius would have been the bestest of friends, methinks. Yeah, probably. I'll eat his fingers at 2 AM for being bad. No, when it's for the other games. As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me, I think it could have been possible. As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best as I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. Crab, father. You just got a crab! I mean, maybe not you specifically, but there was just a crab, okay? I'm extending that wine glass almost lines up with the crab. He's offering it to the crab, of course. Obviously. There's no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility. It would be hilarious if Ria suddenly decided that actually Vanzix is just losing it. He just gaslights the shit out of him. Oh. Good gracious. Explain yourself, counsel. Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from this deceit. Deceit? I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly. The recess we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade. What's going on? Be careful, Mr. Naohara, cover your face! Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus. I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom. You have no proof she's innocent. The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. Jesus. Blah, blah, blah. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos, it could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus. I don't know why you're pointing at Van Zeeks. Are you wise? I like your old model with way more green. I don't. What are you trying to pull, you rotten, feckless gouger? Feckless? Gouger? You're supposed to be defending me. Tis a wicked plot. Tis a plot to undermine me, so it is. We all have the chamber by omnibus. Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated early as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus. Van Zeeks, it was you who spilled the ketchup. Inconsistencies, such as... To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items. I'm here in the horizontal. Yeah? Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning. Heavy, can I call you Papa? I guess. Yeah, sure. Fucking go for it. I'm not God, I'm not kind, I am pink fluffy unicorn dancing on rainbows. Zeke's wine got slushed around quite a bit, true. He was really partying out up there on top of the omnibus during the break. Unfortunately, Lord Van Zeeks, no one is able to corroborate your claims. That's true. The omnibus was first wheeled out, but the storage compartment and the skylight were shot. Accordingly, I'm afraid to say, we can't establish with any certainty if this evidence is a result of tampering or not. Indeed, my lord. No doubt, there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things. What do you think? Sorry? About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus? I have an inkling. My lord. Yes, counsel? There is one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial. What? What in the devil's name are you going to say now? If you dare to betray me, you little maggot, you better start watching your back. I wish my eyes because I got the green chili pepper in them. Oh, ow. Silence, McGilded. The court awaits the defense's clarification. Ah. I told you were now the fool, uncle. I see. The strike is swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here? I shall have to ask you to elaborate, counsel. What do you say the omnibus I think of omnisexual? Where exactly is this alleged mark that you claim appeared at some point during the trial? Right below my feet. You tell him, Irish guy. If we consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where you landed. Ah, dang it, I meant the cool uncle. Saw the drywall. As far as I recall. This blood stain on the cabin floor. It was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom. Good lord! Yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel. Well said. Although, as advocate for the defense, one might say that it was a very careless slip of the tongue. Can't believe they killed Mason in the gender pronouns bus. I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But the question is whether that evidence is genuine, or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone. I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. Hydration check. Gotcha, gotcha. Good point for it, too, actually. Ah! This trial is over. Mr. McGilded? My children, I have a confession. I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but 'tis all over now. But you're the defendant. 'Tis over, I tell you. Memory, recollection, what people think they saw. It's all nonsense. Facts are what counts, and the fact is that bloodstain is there, now. Well... And over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, that good-for-nothing Reaper of the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. I'm scandalized, so I am. I thought better of Lord Van Zeeks. Well, my lord? I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. There's something called Birch response for dinner last night. I don't know what they are. I'm bi, and you're adopted. Yes! Me and my client don't argue. He tells me this trial is over and I walk it off like a man. This is fine. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence. In the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence. I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue. Your lordship can't be serious. Lord Van Zeeks, what is your position? The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present. Tongue looks different tonight. Who said I only do drawing? I never said that. Tellermander, teach me ways about glazing the game. You play the series and then you love it. Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to my education. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first. What formality? As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilded would be found not guilty. It's technically a mistrial, but you know. Yes. Which would mean we've won. Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now with all these unexplained inconsistencies? That's what a mistrial is. How the world looks different today. Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please. Yes, my lord. The defense believes... Personally, I think he is probably guilty, but as a lawyer, as his lawyer, more specifically... As Mr. McGilded's legal representative. These choices kill me. I can't breathe. The air in here is stifling. I'm this man's defense lawyer. There's only one thing I can say in this situation. I believe the defendant, Magnus McGilded, to be innocent of the allegations brought against him. Innocent, or maybe kinda could be sorta guilty, maybe. Yeah, well, I mean, The motto of the series is that as their defense attorney, you're supposed to believe in your client. I may not believe in my client, but I'm gonna say I will. Thank you, counsel. Here's to you, my Nipponese friend, and the most abject closing I've yet to hear in a court of law. Earlier, my cat was laying on me while I was screaming and drooled over from my hands. Order! Order! Most of the game is more always find the truth even if it is most certainly not your job to do so. Oh, it was a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer, so it was a grand decision. You saved one of London's most influential gentlemen, fella. You should be proud of yourself. Here, have this for your troubles. Ah. Your job here is done, fella. That's some fine work you've done, so you have. There's a famous / infamous lawyer in America that Spilbros would say, just because you did it doesn't mean you're guilty. No, that is true though. Like, someone can do something and not necessarily be guilty, and at the same time, someone can be found guilty and not do something. Like, it's all it is legal judgment. What do you mean? It's just as the right honorable gentleman so succinctly put it before. The trial can't go on anymore. And your closing statement there was, how did he put it now? Nothing more than a formality. I want to say that I hate him, but I actually really enjoy him as a character. He's very fun as a character. He's like terrible. Terrible man. But as a character, for this series, incredible. I really don't know what to make of all this. Is the evidence we've seen genuine? Or was it fake? His lordship would be fuming. Any unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said. Yes, I'm so glad you agree. I mean, it's like, it's always interesting though when you have a client who's objectively not a good person in the series. They only do it every so often. Like, it's not common. What's happening? Just so weird. We're talking about the trial for the most part. The stinking rich are always guilty of something. You mark my words. A leprechaun. I feel terribly ashamed I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us the lovely park. Does the coachman lawyer eyes look in different directions? It's a little bit. Yeah, when they do it well. I think it's because they do it so rarely. So, like, when they do it, it hits harder. It hits way harder. I think Edgeworth has one like that. Does he? I'm trying to remember. Because, I mean, there's the... Oh, juror. now that proceedings have unfolded in this way. I'll see the guy in green. I am compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea. You're all breathtaking, yes, even you people in YouTube. Thank you. Hello, hello, welcome in. The Edgeworth spin-offs, you mean? I don't quite recall. Because Edgeworth isn't really defending anyone in those games so much. I thank you kindly, my lord. How are you doing, Bob? I'm dead, you can't arrest me. I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court.
Objection.
Wait, but are we still undetermined if the bloodstain in the omnibus is genuine or not? We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth. Lord Fanseeks. My lord. Yeah, he's kind of just around while people are getting killed and has to do something about it. Yeah. for my letters. I can see your letters. What do you want me to say about them? The case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place. My sincerest apologies, my lord. Anyone can be literally breathtaking if they use enough force on the trachea or the lungs. True, very true. Scary truth, but true nonetheless.
Objection.
Wait. When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Van Zieks ordered the evidence to be secured. I just remember Phoenix accused somebody that Edgeworth believed innocent, but by the end of it, Edgeworth was kind of like, oh wait, she really is guilty, but couldn't say it outright. Van Zieks is so horrid in this case, but I do feel bad for him here. Yeah. He really wasn't to blame for the omnibus. He was only technically responsible. As prosecutor. But yeah, no, Edgeworth actually specifically... Well, I think both Edgeworth and Franziska, and also, why am I blanking on his name right now? Why am I blanking on his name right now? Oh my god. Godo, thank you. All three of them actually do have multiple moments in the original trilogy. Where they actually do cooperate with Phoenix when they realize who the actual culprit is. Not every case, but they, like, especially towards the end of the game, aside from Godo, for obvious reasons, most of them do have their moments. I mean, especially fucking Franziska and Edgeworth, like, those two particularly, very much, I mean, throughout the series, they help out quite a bit. You know, even if they're technically on opposing sides. I mean, there's, fuck, the end of the second game, you know, they're like, Phoenix is like trying to draw out the trial with Franziska for as long as possible to help. I can't really think of anyone except Dahlia or Adrian. I can't remember anyone else who fits that. Well, they've got, I really can't remember his fucking name. The guy who kidnapped Maya. And who was a fucking evil, evil man. Who Phoenix also had to defend for as long as possible before he could spin it back around. Just to keep Maya alive long enough for Edgeworth and, the police in general. That killer. Or the killer. Well, yes, the case with the killer, but I meant more so, on guard. Yeah, Matt on guard. He's like the poster child of this kind of thing. But there was also, the Phantom Thief one as well, where he was technically guilty of the first one, got proved innocent within court, then got immediately pinned for murder, and then they proved backwards that, like, actually he was the culprit in the theft case. Which meant he couldn't be the culprit in the murder case, but because they'd already trialed him, it was a double... that they couldn't trial him again for the same thing. Bobby, yeah. I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter. Double jeopardy, yeah. The double jeopardy case is so good. Hello, hello. Oh, who? The Phantom Thief guy. It's the one with, the really big-nosed detective as well. Him. The double... I just call it the double jeopardy case. It's like the one example of it. Hello, hi. You don't have to say it 3 times. That's so unfair. The capability of the defendant has not at the present time been established by this court. I know, I remember now. Yeah. They have the game show Jeopardy over there. I believe so, yes. Plays Final Jeopardy music. Consequently, the jury will not be required to prefer judgment. What? Well, Lord Van Zeeks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. I think Stephen Fry's hosting the British version, if it's still going. I don't know if it's still going. Okay, sorry. I have no idea. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. I thought you were talking about the AA universe and was actually considering it. You mean to tell me this has all been a grand waste of time? There's a law of the land, my good man. I just realized you are the cosmic goat. Yes, I am. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law. Hey, what up? Okay, guys. Okay. Magnus McGilded. Good grief, you've more to say than me, have you? Or more to say to me, have you? Just one thing. A warning. It seems the British Jeopardy is dead at the moment. Oh, I'm not surprised. This is far from over. Well, something to be looking forward to then. I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded, not guilty. How do they have fireworks in here? I don't think you're allowed to bring those into a court of law. Can't believe it. This is an outrage. Should have examined the evidence more. What are you talking about? The man's been cleared. He's innocent. Technically in real life, I think this would just be called a mistrial, and they'd redo it. Rather than a not guilty. At the courtroom in pandemonium for the second time that day, the judge delivered his verdict. At my first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end. With the defendant being found not guilty, ostensibly a victory for us. Ah, fireworks, we didn't know the recess. 18th of February, 5:14 p.m. The Old Bailey, defendants, antechamber. Not a bad idea, actually. That certainly was a long trial. Ah, yes it was. Your first ever trial on foreign soil, and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations. And to you, Miss Susato, thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. Where's Willy Chonka? I don't know where he's gone at the moment. I think he's about to show up. Victory! But at what cost? The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened. Well, we didn't have enough time. Isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that. The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection. I thought you did. Mr. McGill did. And that girl is with him too. Ryu and Susan had such a trash first British court experience. We have to kill Phoenix to write about this. We have to throw him off a bridge again. Well, see, so stories are true. Oh, what stories? How about the 6 enormous fireworks they do be letting off when there's a verdict not guilty? Wait, that actually happened, like, in the game? in the world? Okay. I'm sure you must have seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say? Yes, definitely. I heard it was a sight to behold, and be sure it was. Have you to thank, I suppose, for having an opportunity to see it. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure it really did anything. What on earth are you saying, fella? I walk out of there a free man, then. I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning. You're a straight-talking fella, aren't you? I must say, you had me astray in the head there once or twice. But you're young and headstrong. That's just water under the bridge. Congratulations, Mr. McGilder, on having your name cleared. Nothing's resolved. There's only one thing that matters to me. Oh. Aye. We've all seen that I didn't do that odious and absolute deed. 'Tis grand, is it not? I suppose it is. McGilder laugh is amazing, thank you. I'm trying so hard on his voice. Now the fine fellows of Scotland Yard can take matters into hand and sort out any wee details. They'll see it for what it is. They'll get to the truth. I have absolute faith in them, so I have. After all, I do be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes I pay. It's not that funny. So then, as we agreed beforehand, 1,000 guineas for your troubles, fella. Oh, no, I can possibly accept that much. Art be whist! You're a humble people, are you? You for the East? Well, if you insist. But have this, still and all. You deserve a reward. Mr. Magnus McGilded. Everything is ready, sir, if you'd like to follow me into the courtroom. Into the courtroom? What's this, officer? 'Tis sooner than I was led to believe. I hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There were some changes to the schedule. Well, I must be making tracks now. Now, Willy Chonka. Now, Willy Chonka. Just take the money we're living on off the streets. I should get flicking coins at you. You don't pay taxes. It's time for the It's time for the inspection. Sorry, what inspection? They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. Asked if I could be present for it myself. They're going to examine it again? Now? Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any more of this matter now. Well, as an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing my best to help where I can. There's a gentleman's duty, so it is. So then, fare thee well. 'Twas an absolute pleasure meeting yous. Outstanding. Sure. I hope you have a whale of a time while you're studying here in Great Britain. Britain. And there he goes. A free man. Oh yeah, you're here too. Oh, I forgot she was here too. Everyone, I can't pay for the house anymore, please. Bye, King. Susato is homeless. We'll figure it out. Oh, okay. Don't move! Whereas I don't say get a move on. Surely does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrade, would you mind putting that thing down? You're a grown-up. Sorry? And I hate all grown-ups. Susato is Susie Baka. Sussy Baka? Ah, there you are! Naughty, naughty, running off like that. Is there some kind of picnic? Who's this little girl now? Leave her alone! Get a job!
I'm taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher.
Who's this sassy little child? She's here, she is. Ha! Oh god.
Oh, do you want to play? You won't beat me.
Excuse me, but who are you?
Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
The inventor?
Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, white, and more white. You have to be shrouded in smoke If you have to be shrouded in smoke, it could at least be a pretty color, I thought to myself.
No.
Yes.
Please leave. We live on the streets now. Do we have to be shrouded in smoke, though? At all? More guns in 1900s Britain than 2020s Japan-California.
I just took my eyes off of it for a moment whilst I was changing onto a different omnibus and she pinched it. Luckily, I fitted it with a telegraphic beacon.
A what's it what? I have no idea what this girl is talking about. Why is the girl so short? Because she's like 5.
Anyway, you're coming with me now. Back to my laboratory. What? What for? To apologize, of course, silly. To my technician. What? You mean, say sorry? You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before. An adult? I don't listen to no adults. Come along then, follow me. Fine, have it your way. Oh, good. You see, I knew you wanted to do the right thing in the end.
I'm fairly sure that what she wants is to not get shot by that massive gun of yours. She don't listen to adults. She does listen to big fuck-off weapons.
We'll be leaving now then. Bye-bye. I'm so sorry for all the fuss.
She was a lively one.
Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way now too?
Yes, you're right, but... where to? Shoot, she has a gun. I've been wanting Gina to shoot them, but she never did. Well, it's just a smoke gun. She did in fact shoot the smoke gun several times.
Oh.
We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London than we had to rush here. All our traveling cases are still with the bailiff.
I was originally planning to spend today in search of lodgings.
At this late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck. Bye, unnamed, unimportant child. I'm sure she will not come back to haunt us in the next episode.
Don't worry though, I have a plan. If the worst comes to the worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night.
Please tell me you're not thinking of McGilded Park.
I know it may be a little chilly at this time of year, but our youthfulness will see us through.
I'm not so sure about that. I think a midwinter London night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an elderly one. Tell her to drive to my house.
Oh dear, that doesn't sound agreeable.
I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilded down. 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room. Or a mansion. Yes, you really should have taken that, to be honest. And so, the trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first stay in London. Oh no, not the puppy dog eyes. Someone please help them. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned, the case was far from over.
What's going on? Get the fire brigade! Water! Bring water, quick! What the? How did this happen?
I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed.
No one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating.
Diva down!
No. Oh, good God. There's someone in there. This can't be.
Get ruined. Get the fuck out. Oh jeez, here, he's animated. They absolutely could have gotten him out. But, like, 100%. If they had tried. Well, that's the end of the case. So yeah, that's where we're gonna finish up for today. Bit of a short half of that, but well, hey. Suzato's okay. Suzato is okay. Suzato is perfectly alright. Suzato and Ryunosuke were far away from that. There we go. Ba, ba, ba. They low-key hated his ass, they just left it to die. Hashtag me too. Hashtag not sorry, McKildred. Yeah. I mean, I can't say it wasn't deserved, but... So, okay. Few things. Tomorrow we're going to be continuing with Final Fantasy X. As you guys who know the schedule know, I'm going to be away next week, so we're not going to have an episode of anything next week. I will not be streaming next week. So we will be back in 2 weeks for the next case. We got a little cliffhanger going until probably the 13th, I'd assume. I'd assume we'll stream this on the 13th. So, or not the 13th, the 12th rather. Sorry. Sorrow. Dibs on his currency dollars. Everyone got his goodies right now. Really should have gotten him to write a check right there and then. Mistake on our part. Well. Yeah, so tomorrow will be Final Fantasy X, and then after that, I don't think I'll be streaming on Friday. Probably not. Because I do have some comm prep that I need to do for not Sunday, for Saturday, sorry. But that's where we're at for today. I think... Oh god, multiple people are on. I know Laser is on, but I don't know how much longer Laser is planning on being on. It seems like he's still kind of going strong, though. What is happening? We're about to raid out on the Twitch side of things. And end on the YouTube side of things, because I don't have anyone to redirect to, I'm afraid. That's way too weird. We're just talking about... dude! Keep up! It's only weird if you don't keep up. At the moment, anyway. Yeah, my good friend Laser Bears, Mr. Laser Bears, Bear of Lasers, is currently playing Power World, which you'll note is the game that I'm no longer going to be streaming, just because it does not seem to want to play nice with my streams, personally, but it seems to work fine for Laser, which I'm not at all jealous of, not at all. But I don't get to raid Laser super duper often, so I think we will raid into Laser for today. For however long he may be streaming. So I'm going to start the raid. Our raid message is going to be Vive la Caprilution. Burn that man. With one of my emotes. If you have them. If you don't, feel free to use whatever you do have. That's raid already started. I don't know what's going on YouTube channel now. Whatever. But yeah, so tomorrow, 9 PM BST. And then I'll update you guys when I have an update on when I'm back. I'll be about, like, just not streaming. Anyway, thank you for coming today. If you came for a little bit or a lot of it, either way, I appreciated it. I'm pretty glad we managed to actually finish the case before I hop away for a week. That's pretty good. Love to see it. But yeah. Bye-bye!